So I go, we gotta tape some shit that we actually both are into, right? So she's like, fine. So I go, why don't we tape some documentaries? You know, documentaries are great. You know, you learn something, you go to a party, you spew it out, people think you read, you know, we're gonna get along better. You say things like constituents or some shit, one of those fucking words. So she goes, fine. So I start taping these documentaries. And the first one I taped was, I taped this ELVIS documentary. Now I love Elvis, because that guy fascinates me, because he was like the first guy right as television came out, he was the first guy to ascend to this level of fame because of television that no one had ever gotten to before. So there was nobody to warn him about all the pitfalls, and he made every fucking mistake you could possibly make. Manager that steals from you. All right, I'll hire that guy. Bring him in, man. Bring him in. Hey, Elvis, stop making music and make some shitty movies. You got it, man. Fuck music. Fuck what got me here. I'm gonna fucking start making movies, right? Married a minor, started doing drugs. He got fat. He got an entourage. Died alone on a toilet. Kicked open all of those doors for the rest of us, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm watching this documentary as a white dude. That's what I am, right? Looking out my white head, just fucking watching this shit with my white information. Yeah, this makes sense to me, right? Meanwhile, my wife is black, all right? Now, I hate saying that because, you know, it makes me seem like I'm doing those stupid comparison jokes. You know, like a white guy sits in a chair, he just fucking sits down. A black guy, it's a whole different story, right? Those stupid jokes. I hate those jokes because they always get a laugh. And then also, they're ignorant because it's not true. Because there really is no difference. There isn't. No. You didn't come here to learn something. You know something ignorant is coming after this. Don't you ever give me an Oprah Winfrey applause break ever again. Don't you ever do that. All right? Let me get to my stupid comment first. There is no difference because at the end of the day, it's a woman. It's gonna be the same fights. We're not going anywhere, we're not connecting, you need to do this, you need to do that. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. There might be more head movement and hand gestures with different races of people, but possibly a pushing of your forehead with the index finger, whatever the fuck that is. At the end of the day, it's the same shit, right? So, anyway, so my wife sits down and she's watching this as a black person. She's watching this dude, and so she's seeing, look, even as white as I am, I'm seeing how obviously racist it was back then, okay? But I know I'm missing, there's a lot of subtle shit that I'm also missing, and the only reason why I know that I'm missing it is because I can keep hearing my wife like huffing and puffing next to me. And I'm just sitting there white as hell like, oh man, somebody did something. I don't know what just happened, but I was not right. So it just keeps getting worse and worse. She's huffing and puffing. I'm thinking, why the fuck would you tape something about white people from the 1950s trying to get back in good graces with your wife, you dumb fuck? So I'm literally sitting there praying for the 1960s. Come on, 1970s. Please, die on that toilet, you glittered fat fuck. Please! But they won't. They're just staying in the 50s because this is his heyday. And right when I thought it couldn't get any worse, all of a sudden this fucking guy comes on and he's just talking about the whole production of it, just going, well, basically, in the mid-50s, I was looking for a white boy that could take the down and dirty, nasty blues and combine it with the pristine, angelic sounds of bluegrass. All right? That's what he's doing. He kept subtly putting black shit down here and kept propping white shit up. You know, I want to take the down and dirty, daddy not sticking around, drug-infested neighborhood blues with the pristine, Jesus as white as me, hair the color of the sun, angelic sounds of banjo playing bluegrass, right? So at this point, my wife literally has like steam coming out of her ears. So I make a judgment call and I shut it off. I said, fuck this, I just shut it off. She looks at me, she goes, why did you shut it off? Why did you just shut that up? I go, because you're about 3 minutes away from yelling at me like I produced that music. All right? Had nothing to do with me. So she's like, well, why couldn't we just sit here and discuss it? Why can't we watch it to the end and discuss it? It's just like, because we're going to get into an argument. She goes, why would we get into an argument? I was like, well, not for nothing. There was some black people in there saying some shit that I didn't agree with, so, Yeah, I said that. Like a fucking idiot. I was done. I shut off the tape. I cashed in my chips. I was going back to the room. I was a winner, and I was like, maybe I'll sit down and play one more hand. I'm feeling pretty lucky. Deal me in. Let's see those bullets. So my wife just looks at me. Her eyes get all small, and she just starts looking. She goes, like what white people? Like what black people? Like what black people that said what? At that point, it's like you started the luge. You can't get off the sled. You just gotta take it to the end. So I was like, I go, all right, fuck it. Like the black guy talking about the leg shaking stuff, saying white Elvis took leg shaking from us. I'm like, really, leg shaking? Nobody thought to fucking do this until black people came around. Little kids do that when they have to go to the bathroom. They're like, and I'll give that to you. Let's say black people came up with that, but where did that black guy learn how to do it? What, he saw an older black guy doing it, but because they're the same color, that's considered carrying on the tradition? But if Elvis sees it, he likes it, and he does it, then all of a sudden he's stealing? That's fucking bullshit. She's like, no, you idiot. He appropriated a culture. He took the music, he got all the glory, he got all the money, he got all the credit, and he never said shit about where it came from. And I was like, all right. Fair enough. That was like 7 really good, quick points that I can't refute. I'll go along with that. She said, thank you. And then I went, however, not for nothing, do I get mad at you when you get on a skateboard? Am I like, hey man, stop appropriating my culture, man. Some dirty white kid from Santa Monica came up with that, man. Make sure you give him credit, man. So she laughed, and I'm a comedian. I can't stop there. I gotta go for the next laugh. So I'm like, all right, I'm on a roll. She likes me again. I'm like, yeah, do I get mad at you when you go to the airport and you fly from LA to New York in like 6 hours? Then she just looks at me, she's like, that was fucked up. I was like, yeah, I know. She's like, why? Why was it fucked up? And now I'm back in the classroom. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, because if black people enjoyed the same level of freedom and privilege white people have historically, they would have had the time to figure out how to fly, right? She goes, that's right. And I go, however, your music would have suffered. It would have. You can't have my level of privilege walking around this cul-de-sac, everything really is going to be okay, and still come up with the blues. It's not happening. That would all go out the window. Next thing you know, you're clapping on the downbeat, right? James Brown is line dancing. All the pain is gone. Yeah, it's some Lawrence Welk shit. That's it. You can't do both. You can't have both. So in a way, thank God for white oppression. Look at all the great music that came out of it. You're such a fucking asshole. Well, I was a fucking asshole from day one, so you were dumb enough to marry me. What do you want?